afraid, got nothing to lose. Living life with nothing to prove. I'm gonna be a better version of me.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy here, Dr. Sean Thomas, again in the building with episode 30 of the Be More Today show. We are back in the building. And folks, we're at 30 episodes. Oh my goodness, 30 episodes. To think back, in February, we started this podcast. And if you would have told me I would have had 30 episodes under this belt, I'm just grateful for all the support and the love you guys have shown me. And us for the Be More Today show since its inception. It's been really cool connecting with old friends and new friends and seeing that so many people that we say are ordinary are really doing extraordinary things. And that's the whole point of this show, to bring up the extraordinary people who are doing things that you might not know about. And episode 30 will be none other than the best, because that's what we do today. We bring the best every single time. Today, my quotation is, again, from the notorious RBG. And she said, "There's a sense that time is precious, and you should enjoy and thrive in what you're doing to the hilt." Now, I had to look up hilt because I didn't know what that meant. But the hilt is basically any part of either a sword or some kind of thing that has a handle. And the way that you put a sword into an object, you want to put that thing all the way in to have its most intense impact, all the way to the hilt or to the handle. So she's saying you got to do all things all the way to the max, full throttle, right? No holding back, to the hilt. And that's how we should be doing things every single day, every single part of our lives, because time is precious. If you learn nothing from 2020, I think we've all have learned that time and life is precious and nothing should be taken for granted. So, in the words of the notorious RBG, do everything to the hilt. Enjoy it, thrive in it, put your foot in it, as people say, and make sure that you can always say that you gave nothing but your best. That's my charge for you for this week. I hope you guys take that, apply it to your lives, make it happen, because again, time is short and life is precious. My guest today for episode 30 embodies that. And I brought her on the show for that sole purpose because her name is Juanita Cabello, and she is a certified health and life coach who empowers people to lose weight, gain confidence, and live their best life with a healthy body, mind, and soul. Juanita started her transformation journey in 2005 when she lost 60 pounds, and fitness became an instrumental part of her life. Her family and close friends noticed how she was able to maintain her weight loss even after having 2 children as a result. She became their expert. She would help by giving tips, creating weight loss competitions, providing workouts. And over the years, her desire to learn about overall health increased. And after searching for a nutrition course to study for fun, she stumbled across a health coaching program. In the health coaching program, she learned how to apply a holistic approach to a healthier lifestyle and further her own transformation from the inside out. She established her business, Coached by Cabello, as a way to extend her help beyond the people closest to her. Her mission is to spread the importance of well-being mentally, spiritually, and physically, and support those that are working to become a better version of themselves. Now, you know I love how that sounds, so I had to have her on the show, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets included, welcome to episode 30 of the Be More Today show, Juanita Cabello. Juanita, what's going on?
Hi, Sean. First off, thank you for having me. You don't know how much this means to me. I've watched every episode, so I'm just a huge fan of you. Thank you.
That is really nice. I appreciate you clearly. I thank you for the support. And, you know, you're one of the ones who have really supported Be More Today since its inception. I mean, we had you on doing one of our first testimonials when we talked about what Be More Today really means. You were one of the first
Yes, I
put
forgot
out
about
there.
that.
Yeah, you were our person. And, you know, from coming to Spartan Sunday workouts and what have you, you've just been a pillar for us. And, you know, I've been with you running early mornings at 5 o'clock in the morning, Barclays, meeting up. You come all the way from Jersey to meet us out there. And, you know, I'm really impressed by your enthusiasm. I'm impressed by your your ability to give back, and your following is big too. You have a really intense group of people that I've actually met some of your people, and seen how you work with them, interact with them. So I like your style, and I'm happy that you're on the show today. So, as always, I do a little check-in to see how people are doing and see how you're feeling. It's been a crazy year, COVID-19, and all other things. How are you? How's the family? And what's been your status and your situation with the COVID-19 madness that's happening around us all this year?
I'm blessed to say that everyone is safe and healthy. The beginning was a little tough because my family is used to meeting every Sunday. So my mother cooks every Sunday, and it's cousins, it's close ones, and my children were used to that. So right when it hit, they felt that, and I also felt it too. But then we got into the groove of things. I have to say that it brought my intermediate family closer together, which is me, my husband, and my children closer together. And we were able to spend more time together in that way. But we did feel it, but we're healthy, and that's great. And now we're just rolling with the punches. We're able to meet more. As time passed, we did a lot of outside outings. So going to my nephew's backyard. And that's the way we've been able to cope, but together and with family.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. I think everyone's story is somewhat similar, just rolling with the punches, adapting to what's happening around us. And now that things are somewhat getting back to a sense of normalcy, I feel like everyone is walking on eggshells because we don't know what's going to happen next. Like we've had so many things go wrong,
Yeah.
and now things seem to be going right. We're like, do we want to have confidence in this? Do you want to get too comfortable? So, I guess we'll see how the rest of this year goes, but I'm glad you guys are doing well. And your story is incredible. And I didn't know a lot about you in terms of this until I actually read your bio. So talk to me about your weight loss journey. I would have never known unless you had told me in the bio, to be honest, that you actually had a journey that was based on weight loss at all. So what's your journey? What was your journey like? And how has it inspired you to be the person that you are now as a certified life coach?
Yes, well, I've always been what people would call chunky. I can remember as early as 6 years old gaining weight. And, it's just as a child, you think that's just the way it is. But being a happy child, but also noticing, okay, I'm heavier, I'm getting heavier. During the teenage years, it changed. As you become a woman, your body changes. So I went through those teenage years, but as I started college, the early years of college, I noticed that I was gaining even more weight. And they say that once after 25 for women, and you get these extra hips, like you get a woman body. And I just was like, okay, what is going to happen? I'm already big. My hips can't spread anymore. I want to have children. And I couldn't fit jeans. Like I remember saying, okay, if I got to this point, I was a size 14 at one time. If I got to 16, I would make some changes. Well, that came and went. Or once I get to 200 pounds, I'm definitely going to do something about it. And again, that came and went. So I got to a point where there's no more, pushing that limit out. This is it. And it's time to make some changes. So I remembered like clearly 2005, it was New Year's Eve. It was a resolution. And I said, I am going to lose weight. No matter what, this is it. I don't like these things. I am going to make those changes. And I researched a program. And at that time, it was LA Weight Loss. And I said, well, I'm going to join. I made the investment and I'm going to join this program. And once I did, there was no turning back. And I was able to lose 60 pounds in 6 months. And now I was able to keep it off. So the rest is history, really.
Yeah. That by itself is a feat. I think a lot of people that struggle with trying to lose weight fall into like a season of despair, not knowing what to do, how to do. Like the hills will be too hard or too high to climb. Did you ever feel that when you were going through this? Like, I mean, you joined the program and you went through it, but was there ever a point when you were like, this is not even going to help? Why am I doing this at all?
No, actually, because my mind was made up, so my mindset was there. So even if I saw a time, because sometimes your body plateaus, and if you're used to consistently losing 10 to 3 pounds a week, and one time you don't, you can become discouraged. But I said, I'm not stopping until I see my goal.
Hmm. Hmm. Very impressive. Now, I don't know, in terms of the weight loss programs, once you reach your goal, and you can tell me this because you've been through this. Once you reach the goal you wanted to reach, did you feel like you were at a point where you say, you know what, I'm good? I can go back to doing what I want to do. I can kind of relax. Or did you push forward more and make it more a part of your life after that?
It became part of my lifestyle because during the first 6 months, I didn't work out at all. That was not a part of my life. After the 6 months, I started working out. And it's a feeling you get when you work out consistently. So I was already addicted to that, so to speak. And it just became a part of my lifestyle. And then as I started to learn about the health benefits, like it became more than just, okay, losing weight. That was just part of it, but just living a healthier lifestyle, trying to avoid those diseases, diabetes, heart disease, that became the focus. So, like I said, there was no turning back.
Yeah. Now, I shared in my book that I was pre-diabetic for a little while, and I've worked out since I was a kid, all kinds of sports, from soccer, skiing, what have you, but didn't realize that I had any issue with sugar until I actually had to go see the doctor, and I was completely thrown off because, like you said, working out has health benefits. I was doing all those things. I had never really stopped doing those things, but when I spoke to them, they said, "Yeah, your workout is fine. It's your diet. It's what you're eating. It's what you're consuming. Those kind of things you have to change." Was there a diet component to the program you were into, and if so, what that looked like?
Yes. So, and it's like most diet programs, you eliminate your carb intake. So not completely, but it shows you portion control. So that was something I learned. Okay, if you are going to have a bagel, have half of the bagel, and then throughout the day, don't have more, like another sandwich, so to speak. So it told me to watch my portions and certain things that I ate. And so that's what helped me. But going forward and learning more, there's sugar in everything we consume. So part of what I did was I eliminated some things completely. Like I stopped drinking juice. So in 2005, but that was my choice. It wasn't really part of the program. I just eliminated juice, period, because I'm like, that's one way you can take in sugar and not even notice it. So I started to drink water only. And I think that helped.
Yeah. I we've had a number of challenges with Spartan Sundays, which again is our sister workout group that I'm a part of, and Be More Today. And we've been putting out challenges for almost 2, 3 years now, every month, either no water this month and no sugar this month. And you have thankfully always supported our movements, and I'm putting our posts up there and reposting. And I'm guessing as a part of your experience with weight loss, that inspired you to become a certified health and life coach. So I want to know, how does one become a certified health and life coach, and what was your experience in accomplishing that goal?
Okay, well, like other programs to become certified, you take some type of schooling. So with being a health and life coach, they have a coaching program that was established by a school called Health Coach Institute. There are others, but that's the one I went to. And you actually graduate by taking the program, but they're coaching you as well. So that's part of the program. The health part is that you do take a nutritional course. So that's the part that connects the health with the life coach. But they're accredited by the ICF, and that's the International Coach Federation. So it just says, okay, professionally, you are able to coach. You
Got it.
don't need to be certified to operate. However, if you want that stamp of approval, then you go through the process.
Yeah. Well, congrats on that. So you went through your journey, you got certified. What inspired you to really follow this path? And what were you doing before this? Like before you became a certified life coach, what were you doing before that in terms of
Okay.
occupation?
Mhm. So I do have a full-time job. I work in the lighting industry, and I've been working in the lighting industry for 20 years. So I do have a full-time job, but it felt like I wanted to do more.
Mm.
And it was a part that I'm like, well, something is missing. So I looked up a nutritional course that I was going to take just for fun. This is the part of my life that I do enjoy. I help family and friends, and I've always been that ear that people talk to, and then I just listen. So on the life part and the health part. And so once I looked up the course and then the school popped up, I researched the program a little bit more, and I'm like, hey, this brings it together. So it brings a counseling aspect to it, but not specifically a counselor or a therapist, but it brings that personal touch, but it also includes helping people with their health journey. So once I saw that, I'm like, okay, let me see what this is about. Going through the program actually helped me work more on myself. So then it really expressed how you can grow within, and then the results would turn out to be outward. So healthy inside and out completely.
Mm-hmm.
Once I did that, I'm like, I have to share this with others. And the mindset piece is so important because you can do weight loss, like you can do a weight loss program and lose the weight. That's not even the hardest part, even though people may think it is, but it's the mindset. So most people, they lose weight and then actually 98%, they lose weight and they gain it back right away, or they either gain more weight than they lost. So the mindset piece that schooling taught me was that if your mindset is not there, you're not going to have sustained success. So you have to be motivated by the why. And you talk about the why in your book. And we call it something different, but in our coaching program, it's the motivating factor.
Mm.
Once you figure out your why, you can fit your mindset to accomplish whatever you want to.
It's powerful. Yeah. A lot of people, I think, in my opinion, do go through your progress, right? Your process. They saw a situation, they took steps to do something about it. Some try to take steps and don't actually make it there, but you took steps, you were successful. And then being successful, you said, let me share it with other people. And I think that portion of it doesn't happen as often as it should for any profession. But not only did you say, let me share with other people, but you actually went further and started this thing called Coach by Cabello. Now, for those who are listening, what is Coach by Cabello, and how did that come about, given the process that you just shared with us?
Okay, Coach by Cabello was a company I started, and as a way to share with others. Like I said, my friends, my family, they speak to me all the time. They get all this coaching advice for free, but it was actually a way to put something together where I'm going to designate time to help others that may not be in my circle. And that's why the company was actually started. Health coaching, many people don't know what that is. And it just says that I'm committed to a healthier living, and I want to see you commit to a healthier living. And I'm willing to take the steps with you. I can't take the steps for you, but I'm here right along with you. And I just get really passionate about it, and it's just a way to just broaden where the message could be spread it hopefully to millions of people. But if I kept it to myself and didn't make a company, then it would stay in my circle. And the mission is bigger than me. It's bigger than my family. Without health, we can't do anything. So
yeah,
that's it.
I completely agree with you. I always said that knowledge is power, and we should be sharing what we know with others. And to hold on to it and not share it is a disservice, to so many. So you've definitely done that. Now, what's your general clientele? Like who comes to see you, or who do you search out to share the information with?
Well, it starts out with people that want to lose weight. So they really want to lose weight, but they're frustrated. They tried diets, they're tired of the yo-yo dieting, and they want something to stick. So it's usually those people. It is close family and friends, and then people in my church, and then it extends out. So really through referrals, but it's just, I'm sick and tired of doing this. I want to start. I want to start somewhere, and that's usually who it is.
Got it. Now, I know for certain specialties, health insurance does kick in and can take care of certain things, but for things like this, it usually does not, correct?
No, not yet. And hopefully that is, the next step, because health coaching and doctors do partner up in some cases. So hopefully the healthcare industry can see that.
Right. And I think it's, there are a number of specialties that just like this can really help people to get to their next step, or even to have people who have gone through a process already continue to take their steps forward after they've seen someone who had surgery for them or what have you. But yeah, in terms of support, there's not a lot of support for these programs in terms of health insurance or other means kind of coming in and helping out. So that's something that we should definitely look into. And hopefully in the next couple of years, as the profession continues to grow and as the movement continues to grow, there'll be more support for that. 'Cause I think it is very necessary. I've even my patients, I have a lot of patients who come in and they always say, I can receive them for their knee or their ankle, or their shoulder, and they'll look at me and they'll say, Look at this belly. How am I gonna get rid of this belly? And I'm not even thinking about, I'm thinking about that, of course, because I'll see them walk in, and we take BMI for everybody. So if I see somebody whose BMI is in the overweight or obese scale, I have to document it for every single person who comes in. I ask for their weight and their height, and just as part of our natural routine. But for some people, they want to work on that, clearly. And for some others, they just want to get their shoulder better. So I don't always address those things. But people always come in and say, how do I get rid of this? Or, what can I eat to look like you? I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Hold on a second. This is a very big question you're asking. Or they'll say, what do you think is the best thing to take for this and for that? And, I know what I know, but there are so many other professions that clearly know more than I do in terms of weight loss and dieting and all those things. And, it'd be great if everyone who was in that boat had a life coach or somebody life coach to go to talk to ask those questions to. Even if I could refer patients to you or to someone, that would be a great asset to have to the overall, you said, holistic healthcare system, of somebody coming in, actually having an issue, and then saying, you know what, you can go see Coach Cabello for that, because that's outside of my scope. She knows more about that than I do. So I think it's something that we'll have to definitely, the healthcare system in America it is what it is, but it'd be great to have that resource to be able to say, yes, go see this person for that, and they'll take you the next step towards where you want to be. So fingers crossed, I guess, for a better administration moving forward, but that's another podcast. So, so I'm sure you meet hundreds of people who were in your shoes. They were trying to lose weight. They took your steps or other steps, and either saw success or did not see success. What do you tell people, or what words of encouragement do you use when someone wants to lose weight but is not seeing any progress or is not seeing the results that they wanted to see?
First, if they already started, I tell them don't stop, because that's the thing. Some people want immediate results. Well, it doesn't happen like that all the time. So you have to put in the work and you have to see it through. So give yourself at least a month to see your changes. Don't get discouraged. So that's number one, don't stop. And I mentioned this earlier, find your why. Because if you find a deep and important and enough why, because we think, oh yes, I have my why. And it could be something like, I want to get in these jeans. In the surface, that may can be your why, but you got to think back, and we dig a little deeper during the health coaching program to find out what that really means. And if your why on a scale of 1 to 10 is an 8 or higher, then that's a why, that may sustain you for a longer, a longer journey, so to speak. So that's another thing. Find your why and then get the help. Like we need accountability. I need accountability. And that's why I'm a part of Spartan Sundays. No matter what progress I make, I still need the accountability. So find out who your accountability partners are. If you need to find a group on Facebook, but network with somebody that has similar goals, and then you will be motivated off of that. So those are like the top things. And then you can get into what to eat, because yes, that's important, but people do that for a week, a month, and then after that it goes away. So you need something that's really going to keep you rooted.
Well said. Now, I don't know what your history is in terms of fitness, because you've been running with us for a while now. Did you run before? When did you start running, for one? And now that you're like a running addict, because this running thing is very addictive once you really start getting into it. You've done half marathon, you do all these different things. What inspired you to join this running craze that is called the Spartan Sunday Running Club?
So definitely I was not a runner. I did, like I said, after the 6 months I lost weight, I got into fitness. So I would go to the gym. Before I had my children, I was in the gym twice during the weekdays and then all of the weekends. So, and mostly classes. So I would take 3-hour classes Saturday and Sunday before I started to go to church. And so, yes, I was used to working out. I take boot camps. I love boot camps outside. And I have a personal trainer, in and out. But running, no. I was a walker, but not a runner. So once I joined Spartan Sundays, and it started out with the Saturday exercising, really. So I used to come to Brooklyn when you guys had Saturday nights. And then the running was introduced. And my first run ever was a 10K, which was craziness. So, and after that, the next one was a half. So it just really just took a mind of its own, but it is addicting. It is great. And yeah, I just love it.
Yeah. It's that thing.
Yeah.
So, and then you're a mom, you are a certified life coach, you run with us, you work out on your own, you have your own full-time job. How are you balancing all these things together while staying fit, while coaching others, while being mom at home? What is the secret to doing all these things and doing them well?
Well, what balance? Because there's no balance. It's really just do your best. So with my children, one thing is they are on their phones way too much. So that part is not balanced, but yeah, it's still taking out time. So I have to take out me time. And usually I wake up earlier than they do. So my mornings I get to have to myself, and that's when I will make sure that I'll go walking, whether it's walking, running, exercising, getting that part in. When COVID hit, I did actually have more time to work out. So my husband was home. I was able to do evenings as well. So it's just not being so rigid in your schedule that you can maneuver when you need to still fit in family time. And it's tough. It's not easy. Definitely, I want to spend more attention to Coach Cabello. So, like, I do have a full-time job. So it's like, then it's homework, then it's this, then it's that. But setting a time, sticking to that time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's hard. But you can, like, if it's something you want to do, you just have to try to put it together. That's just it. Make time.
Make time. Well said. If you were just joining us, folks, this is episode 30 of the Be More Today show. I'm here with certified health and life coach Juanita Cabello, founder of Coach by Cabello, runner, avid runner, fitness person. She does it all. And Juanita, I'm just really, really inspired by your drive. I've seen you interact with your clients, and I can really say that, a lot of people, no matter what profession you're in, but if it's in like the healthcare, whether you're a trainer or you're a doctor or you're PT, whatever you are, right? There's a certain, we call it bedside manner, but it's not always by the bedside, right? There's a certain like patient interaction feel that is there. And some people you can tell they're just doing it because they want to do it, or because they're trying to get the paycheck, or they're just doing it because they've been doing it for so long, and that's why they do certain things. And some people really care. And I've seen you interact with some of your clients when you've come to see us on Saturdays, and you really care. Like I can actually tell that you're there trying to make sure that they're watching their form, watching what they're doing, make sure they're doing the right thing because you're looking out for them. And that's rare. That's rare, especially nowadays where, everything's about the dollar. Everything's about what we can get from a certain thing. But, you're giving back in a way that, gives back to you and helps everyone else around you. So I'm really passionate about the work that you're doing, and you are being more today, which is basically what our entire theme is. And since you were the first person to really share what Be More Today meant on social media, that was about two years ago, maybe a year and a
Wow.
half ago. I have to ask you now, on the Be More Today show, episode 30, Juanita Cabello, what does the phrase "Be More Today" mean to you?
Well, today it actually means, like, it just makes me think of how we have another day, new mercy. If you're a believer, you believe that God gives you new mercies every day. So it's another chance to do better. And better in a sense means in everything. So whether it's being a better mother, being a better wife, taking better care of yourself, being more in everything. And you get a new day to do better. That's it.
Period. That's it, folks. So I ask everyone on the show because, like Notorious RBG said, life is short. And I mean, life is long, clearly, because a lot of things happen in life. But life is precious and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So bucket lists are very important, at least to me, because I'm always curious what people want to do. We all have jobs, we all have things we do, families, what have you. But I think everyone has something that they would love to do on this great gift called Earth before our time is over. So what's one thing that you have on your bucket list?
Okay, I'm gonna give you two things. So the one personal thing is to be a good swimmer. Like I want to learn how to swim. I know how to swim like a little bit, but I want to be a good swimmer. So that's on the bucket list. The second one is to have some sort of like foundation. So I already have the name Cabello Cares Foundation. So I want a foundation, and I don't know how it's gonna look right now, but something in a sense. So maybe that can mean giving grants to programs that will be in school around wellness. It could look like that. It can look like a wellness center for kids. And I think we need to start with the children. If we get to them first, then that's the easiest thing. So,
No, Cabello Cares Foundation, you said, right?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, it has a nice ring to it already, which is awesome. I think that those are two bucket lists that are definitely attainable. I share the swimming bucket list with you. I've gotten better. Yeah, my wife will tell me I've not gotten better, but I think I've gotten better at swimming. So I want to be. I'm probably basic, if you want to say like basic proficient. I could be better clearly. I could be more clearly, but I can save my life if I had to. I think right now, and that was not the case. That was not the case a couple of years ago. So, I've taken lessons. I've done one-on-ones. I've done group lessons. I've done all those things. And my thing about swimming is there's a fear. There's a fear that there's a fear for one that I'm not gonna trust myself in the water, and then there's the inability to recognize how to swim without trying to run in the water, because I run when I'm in the water. I don't really swim. I'm working way too hard for something that should be an easier process for me. So I still need to work on the mechanical aspects of it. But the foundation, I mean, that's something that we can make happen. That's something that I think would really change the lives for the future. And like you said, if you really educate the children early, especially, children who are like us, Black and brown, and that minority category where we have so many things that already plague us based on our genetic makeup in terms of diabetes and hypertension and what have you, based on whatever family structure you're in, really educating those kids and those families early, especially for schools that don't have the resources to, have physical education programs and to have proper dietary meals provided for them on a regular basis. I think that would really be a great asset to any community. So don't give up on that. I mean, that's I think that's really something that could happen. And with Be More Today, we're really trying to. The whole premise of this company right now is to support local businesses, support local entrepreneurs, support local people, and support people who are trying to just make the world a better place and they're trying to be better on their own, who might not get, like an ESPN to come out and share something, or like, ABC News to come out and see something, because there are so many people who are doing great things that are not being highlighted. They're not being shared. Their talents not being shared with the rest of the world. So if there's any way that we can promote that, whenever you're ready for it, you let us know, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. So I know you read my book, and I appreciate it. You were at my book launch. It was so good to see you there. And in my book, I talk about these steps to greatness, right? Our starts, our stops, and the goals for our lives. And I'm curious to see or to hear what your start was for this year. What's the one thing you said you wanted to start doing?
Well, and I just read over the things. So the start was one of the starts. I could be confusing it with the goals because we broke it down in 3 things.
Right.
But definitely, I know one of the starts was my website, Coach by Cabello website, and that's up and running. It's not the finished product, but it's definitely up and running. So I actually did do that. Another start was to work out consistently 3 times a week, I think, and that I definitely did that. And it was something else, but I know I hit all of the things. Oh, yes. Start eating more at home. And with COVID, right, I definitely had to cook more. So
yeah. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, that's great. What was one or all 3? Because I did ask for 3 in the book. What were your stops?
Stop was procrastinating. So that's one I still need to work on. Definitely need to work on. I'm being more. I got better, but I definitely need to work on that. So it's still a goal to stop procrastinating.
Got it. And then was there one goal or a goal you had for 2020?
The big goal is to take big action, and I work with other people to set their goals. So I need something measurable, and it's really to be intentional with creating Coach by Cabello content. Now, I share a lot of inspirational messages. It's all great. Like, I love it, but I need to set time to just create my own content because I do have something to say and share it. So if I could break it down, maybe share Coach by Cabello original content 3 times a week.
That's funny because that's actually one of my goals for the rest of this year. I did want to start sharing more, tutorial stuff just on our Be More Today YouTube page and what have you. The workouts are great, but just like you said, sharing more content. So I share that with you, which is good. So you can definitely do that. You know enough to really go out there and I follow you and I follow all the things you put online. A lot of the stuff you do out there is already great. From just inspiring words to your own challenges for things that we should be doing throughout the week, and people are following. People are following and they're looking at that stuff. So I always feel, and this is maybe just me, but I always question, are people actually looking at what I'm putting out there, making a difference? Does it even matter? Who cares? But people are watching. People, and even if it is the 100 and whatever people who follow you on Instagram or on Facebook, or the 50 or the 25 on Twitter, or whatever it is, that is your that's your group. Some people have 150,000 followers, and some have 50 or 100. So that's your group. And I've learned that even with my patients, if people come to me and I help them get better, if I help 4 people, then that's 4 people. Your number is your number, and that's 4 more people than none, which is an amazing accomplishment. And then those 4 can go and share that with somebody else, and you never know how far your tutelage will carry to somebody else in the bigger picture. So, yeah, as my friend Keith says, one is better than none. So, one it is. Any final tips you want to share, advice you want to share with aspiring life coaches? People who are trying to be where you are, people who are looking to seek a life coach. I don't know what the process is for trying to find someone like you. If there's a database that people can go to, or a group that people, or a number of people can go to, or is it just word of mouth? Anything that is in that realm that you want to share with listeners as your final thoughts.
Sure. If you're aspiring, like I said, you don't have to be certified, but what helped me was actually me being coached. So through the program, you're being coached. So if you want to be a life coach, I think you should get a life coach and actually go through the process. And for people looking for a life coach, you may not know, oh, do I need a life coach? Do I need a therapist? Do I need a counselor? If it's something really chemically imbalanced in your mind, you may need to seek therapy. But if you just feel like you need someone to talk your thoughts out to, then a life coach may be better suited. If you think you just need someone to help you reach your goals, then a health or life coach would be best for you. So it's just knowing the little difference, but do not get support. We all need help. We're all in this together, and you definitely can get to the next level with someone in your corner.
Words to live by. Juanita Cabello, where can people connect with you, find you either on social media or otherwise?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Coached by Cabello, Instagram, the same name, and now my website, coachedbycabello.com.
You heard it, folks. Coachedbycabello.com. Go out there, look for her. She has words of inspiration and information to help you get to where you want to be. For those of you who are struggling with weight loss or just trying to live better, healthier lives, she is the one to talk to, and she will get you there. Thank you so much, Juanita, for being on the show today. I really, really appreciate it. And
thank you.
yeah, I'm excited, once we start back up again, doing things and running again and getting moving. Hopefully we'll have that going soon, but excited to reconnect and to continue where we all left off. That'd be the goal. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Folks, that's episode 30 in the books. And remember our quotation from the notorious RBG. There is a sense that time is precious and you should enjoy and thrive in what you're doing to the hilt. To the hilt, folks. Like Juanita said, it's a mindset. We're looking for big action this year. So stop playing games, put your pedal to the metal. If you know that you want to be somewhere, stop making excuses and get things done. And if you need help to get there, there are people who can help you from weight loss to all other things. So make this the year where you stop saying tomorrow and start saying today. The Be More Today show, as always, debuts every single Monday. And Be More Today is found everywhere. We're everywhere, folks. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us always at BeMoreToday.com for all of our book information, music information, and our podcast. Yes, our podcast, Be More Today show, is every Monday. And the Words for Life show is every Wednesday. Please subscribe to our YouTube pages. We have everything on there, from the audio, the video for the Be More Today show to our workouts, which we're doing every single Sunday. And we've been doing these running things as well. So if you were part of our 9 for 9, well done to you. Next month is going to be a 10 for 10. So get ready for that. It's going to be very similar, working out and getting some miles in, at least 10 miles per week. And if you want to join us and you are running, our Strava group is live and in effect. So if you're a runner or a biker, go on to our Strava group and the Be More Today group is what it's called, Be More Today. You'll see our logo on there. Just join the group and you'll be a part of us. You can see how many miles I'm doing per week, how many miles Juanita's doing per week. You can just keep up with us and just keep running. We want to keep everybody accountable, and that's going to always be our goal. The Be More Today show is found on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, and Google Play. And now, folks, I am proud to announce the Be More Today show is heard in 18 countries and the U.S. So we're in 19 countries, folks. 19 countries, and it's all thanks to your support and your love. I appreciate you guys so much, and for those of you who are supporting us monthly, I appreciate your love. Whether you're giving $1 per month or you're giving $5 a month or even more than that, I appreciate all the support that we're getting from you guys. If you do want to support the show, you can go onto our Anchor page and just put on there to be a monthly subscriber. We'll take anything you have because it helps us just keep the show going. You can also go to our BeMoreToday.com page. You can donate there as well. And for our sponsors who are going to be signing up with us very, very soon, we appreciate your support in advance. If you want to see anyone on the show or you have any thoughts for the show as well, you can email us at BeMoreToday. That's BeMore2day@gmail.com. Or you can make us a message or send us a message on any of our social media platforms. Folks, episode 30 is in the books. Thank you so much for joining us. And as I always say, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a great life. And continue to take your steps to greatness to be the best version of you. Peace.
Living life